Next, we want to take a look at a question type, which is number but calculated. Before we do that, let's take one more look at what our question looks like to students when we're using the numeric question type. We have our answer box. We have a brief statement here that's telling us to enter an integer or decimal number. There aren't a lot of tools that pop up, sort of like math formatting tools. So the first big change is when we switch this to number calculated. Now that answer box updates and gives us some of these common math tools. The ability to enter exponents, roots, fractions, pi symbols, infinity does not exist more easily. So just like the question type number numeric, we can still answer infinity or does not exist. Those are still valid answer types. We can still have our answer be any number or decimal, but we can also have our answer, in addition to having this expanded math palette, which is nice, our answer can also take the form of mathematical expressions. So something like 2 to the third power. If we want our answer to be a mathematical expression like that, we need to put it in a set of quotation marks that will force a student to enter the answer as 2 to the third power, versus if we didn't have this, it would just evaluate that statement and the answer would be 8. So we can put inside a set of quotation marks mathematical expressions without variables, so that instead of entering 8 as the answer, a student would have to enter 2 and use that exponent tool to the third power. So this is nice if we want formatted mathematical expressions. Also allows us to accept fractions as answers. So for instance, if our answer should be a fraction like 5/4, using the number numeric options, we couldn't enter a fraction, but now we have that possibility. So it expands what we can enter, and I just like having this mathematics toolbar here. So my general suggestion would be to always use the number calculated instead of the number numeric feature, because for the most part it operates pretty similarly, but you get some more flexibility with answers and more different types of answers. We also have some additional answer format options. Since now we can enter fractions, we can demand or require that the answer be entered as a fraction. If we want specifically a reduced fraction, then that tells us that this would not accept an answer like 10/8, because we should reduce that down to 5/4. We could also change this to mixed number, or we could set it to mixed number or improper, just depending on how we want that formatted answer to look in the end. Another option for giving student flexibility in how they answer a question is to put frac or decimal, so students can enter their final answer in the form of a fraction or a decimal. And we can also include the option decimal here if we want to specifically mandate that their answer, even if it could be expressed as a fraction, gets converted into a decimal. If you are using decimal answers, you'd likely want to pair that with some rounding options, rounding commands, and also look at rounding the correct answer so that they know how many decimal places to round their final result to.